Why we don't set plans. Hopefully you're aware that every Sunday evening at 7 p.m. we send an email out and put a post in the group asking you to touch base, just generally let us know how you're getting on, set a plan for the coming week and confirm how you've got on with last week's plan. And week in, week out, there are some that do it consistently, some that do it most of the time, and some that never ever do it. And in conversations with people around that, generally often give the same reasons for not planning. And I completely get it, because they're reasons I've given myself many, many times over the years. And often we'll add in a few extra layers to the story. We'll say, I want to be free. I don't like being tied down. If I'm planning restrictive, I just want to go with the flow. Is probably the one that we hear most often. And I get that. But a question to ask ourselves, if the plan was 100% guaranteed to happen, would we set it? And the chances is probably yes. So what's actually happening is we are concerned about setting a plan because it sets the parameters, the conditions for that perceived failure. By setting a plan, there's a chance it might not happen, and we don't like that. It's not easy. If we knew 100% definitely it would happen, if we had to put zero effort into making it happen, we'd set that plan. It's because we don't want to feel that we've failed in achieving it, that we're reluctant to do it, and we often dress that up with these extra conversations, which I completely get, around going with the flow, being free, etc. And it's powerful to remember that all that actually happens when we set a plan is that we're setting those perceived parameters of failure. Because ultimately, if we don't set the plan, we're even less likely to do that thing than we are if we set the plan to do it. Considerably less so, I would say. So it's not actually going to be the case that we get to the end of the week or the month or whatever time frame it is and we have achieved that thing. We're not more likely to achieve it by not setting a plan. We're way less likely to. We're way more likely to what you could describe as fail. We've just not set the parameters around that. So it's not stopping that failure, it's hiding it. It's not defining it. It's putting it away from us so that we don't notice. And when we realise that, we realise that there's an element of courage in setting a plan. There's an element of choosing to put our neck out a little bit, deciding to say that we're going to do a particular thing and putting steps in place and being okay with the fact that it might fail, being okay with the fact that we might get to the end of that time frame and it hasn't happened how we'd planned it to, being okay with the fact that that's a learning opportunity and we'll make that less likely next time. If anything, our ability to set plans is not our relationship with success, it's our relationship with failure. If we don't like the perception of failure, if we don't like being shown that we've not done what we said we would, and therefore don't set plans, then that relationship is what is dictating our ability to set plans and achieve our goals. So if you don't set plans at the moment, take this as a gentle nudge to do so. Again, it's not really creating or changing failure, achievement of goals, etc. It's just setting definition around some of those aspects. And it takes an element of courage to do that. I'm going to explain in some of the videos over the next few days mistakes we might make in setting plans and how we can set ourselves up for success.